year I think of something new that July 4th means to me and my family. Now on the 235th anniversary, and I see what's happening in Syria. I can't help but see that America's independence was independence from theocracy, from the British, and it gave them the ability to build a society now that I've embraced, and not only in service in the U.S. Navy, but has really embodied everything it is to me to be human and alive, and to be able to practice medicine and practice my faith, and build organizations and institutions like AIFD. And I hope the Syrians will define their own sense of what their new independence will be, and hopefully they'll be able to shed the thuggery of Bashar Assad and others. And I think one of the things we should realize as we see the changes happening in the Middle East is, my grandfather from Syria used to tell me that Americans often breathe democracy like oxygen, and you just don't realize that you have it. And families like ours that have escaped despotism, and the families like in Syria that are fighting it still, I think should remind us of what a beautiful nation we have, and how important the struggles for freedom that our founding fathers and our nation continues to struggle with every day. Our family is probably like many other families. On July 4th, in the weekend of July 4th, we have a barbecue and do what we can to celebrate what it is to be an American. And not only, my kids are young, and we swim or do things that are typical of the season, summer, but also I think one of the things is that in our daily prayers, and when we come together for the barbecue, we say a prayer to thank God for this country and for the freedoms that we have. And it's amazing as my kids grow. Now they're 9, 7, and 3. They seem to be developing and maturing in their understanding of what this country is. I mean, it's still not sophisticated yet, but I think as they grow to understand what it means to them, and that evolves, that evolution in and of itself is what America's all about. Yeah, I think my grandfather would have told them that, he had to pay some heavy prices for speaking out and continue to do so, and that ultimately he would tell them, reflect just for a few moments every day, and especially on July 4th, about what they can do to give back to this country so that the freedoms aren't lost, so that the principles that this country was based on don't disappear. Because every great nation in history has ended up waning at some point. And we don't want that to happen to America. And we have to continue to defend this country, to fortify its ideas so that we don't lose them. And that ultimately part of every relationship in life involves a quid pro quo, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your work, that you give to it and it'll give back. And that ultimately this country, I think we have to put a lot of investment in it to make sure that the principles of our Constitution do not disappear.